All right, back by popular demand. We're doing MPC Beats, the quick start guide. I'm gonna show you how to get audio in, MIDI in, all that good stuff. Even chop some samples. Anyway, so we just opened up a new project here. The first thing I'd recommend doing is just go into this little track view. This is just the most self-explanatory way. Here you can see up here we have MIDI and audio. So if you want to add a new audio track, boom, we've got a new audio track. You can see here this is already record armed. So we could just start recording and this should just be recording our voice. Test, test. Yeah. Recording. And now we can hear it back. Recording our voice. That ugly mug just on the left side, just because we're only using one input. Anyway, not important. We obviously don't want to hear that. Again, let's set this to 80. And now I'll show you how to navigate through your files. So down here in the bottom right, you can see mine's already open, but we have this file browser. Unfortunately, they only want you to be like on your desktop or something. I don't know. The file structure is kind of weird. But here we got some packs for sale. Ladies and gentlemen, if we get to 3K subscribers, I will drop a ridiculous sample pack for free for all you beautiful people. I'm talking gigabytes of samples. So once we get there, I'll keep my eyes out and drop that. But yeah, subscribe if you're interested in that. So here we obviously changed the BPM to 80. We've got a drum loop. We have an audio track. We can drag it in as butter. And so just like that, we got some drums in there. But you know what? We're not going to want to use those drums. We're producers. We want to make our own loop. So we're going to come back over to the MIDI. And now that we're messing with the MIDI, we can go into this program edit. And so this corresponds to our current track. You can see if I push my pads on my Ableton Push, it's not really, it's not mapped out well at all, but you know, we'll make it work. But anyway, the point is we could drag our samples here. I want to kick there. We want a snare there, and let's just put a hi-hat. We'll just make something simple. Now the problem with this is that there is an obvious delay, so we need to edit the underlying audio, and to do this we need to come to a whole nother tab, believe it or not, right here, this sample editor. What we could do is just drag that just like that, you know, clean it up any way you want. It's actually really nice once you get the hang of it. And then from there we can go down here to assign. And now if you look closely here, we have A01, A02, A03, so on, so on. So we're gonna pick where to assign this pad, and I'm going to make a new sample actually so that it chops this, and we're gonna assign it to pad A01. Do it. No more delay on our kick. That's a beautiful thing. So what we're gonna do is just clean up the rest of these samples, you know, because we don't need all that extra white noise. It's just ugly. Again, we're gonna assign here. We want this on AO2, so it's literally that simple. And we'll just do the same thing with the hi-hat. Make sure all these bad boys are chopped up. You know, obviously you could zoom in and get a little bit nicer just by putting your cursor up here. It's a little, yeah, that was gets a little squirrely, but you know, you get it. And so again, we will assign, and we want this on AO3. Do it. And so now we've got our drum kit loaded up. It is as simple as that. And what I always like to do again is just go back to this track view if we're thinking about recording. And you know what? Let's see if we can put down a little drum beat. What's nice is that we have this overdub feature, so this is actually going to be really simple. We can just let it play.
Stop it. Get some help.
I didn't really like the ending, so we can easily edit this by going into, again, that program edit, and now we can see we have these ugly hi-hats. I don't want those, so I'm just going to delete them, and we'll just keep rocking these 8s. I could just control D to duplicate those, you know, select one single note, duplicate that, move it to where I need it to be, and now we have a different pattern. And maybe I want to add one in. You can even draw in your notes here. Cool. And obviously we didn't fill out the pattern, so let's just do that really quick. And we can Control C that. I'll delete these, put my cursor there. Control V to paste, and now we've just cleaned up the pattern. And so, yeah, like I said, it is just that easy to be up and running. It is a little bit confusing with all these different layouts here, but, you know, we can still select track 2. You know, this is the MIDI track we just made, and we can actually, yeah, we'll keep it on this program, but what we will do is actually load in a plugin. And so I have when you download MPC Beats, they give you also a file with like all these, I don't know, samples and plugins and stuff. I didn't really deal with that, so this is just like based on the MPC plugins that come with the initial bass software. And you know, I'm actually pretty impressed with some of these, man. They are pretty good. You can play around with them, spend your time, but yeah, same thing if we just want to record something. Yeah, so it is just that simple to get started. So don't let nobody stop you, you know? And if you want to see more specific tutorials in this software, let me know in the comments. And like I said, 3K, I will drop a fat sample pack. I promise. All right. See you guys soon. Peace.